Thanks for joining us, and let's get started.
Welcome to our intermediate series on the pillars of well-being. This episode will talk about relationships. We'll discuss why relationship success is important to yourself and others and the world, toxic relationships, how to maintain healthy relationships, and what spirituality says about your relationships today. As usual, we'll introduce you to your personal challenge, which is designed to get you in the habit of practicing things that are healthy for the new you. Ready? Awesome. Let's get started. With that, we invite you to get settled in a place where you can digest this information without interruption or struggle, clear your mind, and get ready to take the next step in a vital transformation. Let's start with a brief moment of silence to focus and meditate on what you're about to learn, receive, and practice.
Hi everybody, and welcome to our session number 2 within the session of Pillar of Well-Being. Session number 2, we're going to talk about relationship. Can you imagine how relationship is important to each individual? I mean, to achieve success, to achieve power, to achieve happiness, to achieve spirituality, we know that relationship has to be the first pillar in there. Because relationship between people is important. Whatever it is, romantic relationship, friendly relationship, any type of relationship between human beings. And I'm not talking about your relationship to your fish, dogs, or cat, or to your trees, which I appreciate that, but I'm going to address between human, which is a very important relationship. Now, relationship by itself can make a difference in the world. I mean, if we look at the universe right now, there is fear, there is bloodshed, there's bleeding everywhere. It seems like the universe has lost its direction. We have problem. You know, we have so many countries that don't agree with the other country, so many political opinion. It doesn't matter who's right, who's wrong. It's running into almost a chaos because people run out of what is the direction of relationship. But I would like to narrow it down into more your personal relationship. How are we going to work on our personal relationship? Because we believe in vital transformation that when you work on the one-to-one relationship, it will eventually lead to the global community to be better. So let's work on that. Relationship can be wonderful and very helpful, but if you have the wrong relationship, it actually can hurt you, it can harm you, because relationship has the fire within it. Fire can either cook your food, or the fire basically can burn you. What is the fire I'm talking about? We all have flame from within. You know, the ancient wisdom explain that within us there is something that called the soul. The soul looks like fire, almost like the flame above the candle. So relationship can go in a positive direction when both of us join flame and we become more warm to each other and we can see the direction, and a lot of great things can happen. So when we talk about happiness, when we talk about power before, when we talk about spirituality, it's a necessity, it's need, it's a must to have a relationship. If a person does not experience a relationship and a person chooses to be lonely or alone, that's your choice of the words, whatever you think you are, that's not basically increasing the level of happiness or your power or your spirituality. You got to practice relationship. But remember, when you practice relationship, we're going to explain it today. Our relationship can either go a little bit south, a little bit negative, or it can go positive. And you have to choose the relationship that works for you so you can transform yourself in the area of power, happiness, and spirituality. So many of my clients talk to me about toxic relationship, negative relationship, bitter relationship, things which are not working. Somehow you are together with someone and all of a sudden it's really bad. I would like to share with you a story of two of my clients, kind of a weird story, very known story in 47th Street in New York. I was working with people who've been married for a long time. And one day, as they say, the black cat ran between them. That's what people say. It doesn't mean I agree with that. And they decided to destroy each other. Can you imagine? So what they did, those of you who know 47th Street, they have basically a store that's selling diamond and gold. So they called the name, I don't want to mention the name of the store, they called the name, let's say, G1, and the other store was called G2. G2 was belonged to the husband, and G1 was belonged to the wife. And they decided no matter what it will take place, they will destroy each other, okay? Their friend, a great friend, who hired me for that situation, tell me, Eliyahu, they're losing all their money. It's so stupid. They try to lower the price just to destroy the other person. And they selling a unique merchandise, gold, so special. And I happened to talk to the wife. I went to talk to the wife, said, what's going on? I mean, are you willing, if I make him kind of make peace to you, like something gonna happen, would you be open, saying never? I'm gonna make sure we crush him till I take him to the grave. So I said, maybe I'll go to the husband. I go to the husband, and I said to him, hey, listen, what do you think about we stop that war? Because you're both losing money. There's no money left for your kids. You were the most successful people on 47th Street, and you're killing each other. And for what? Just for a little pride. Please let that go. I said, no, we are involved. I said, then I asked the husband, I look at his eyes, I said to him, are you divorced? He said, no. I said, where do you live? I said, we live together. I said, you want to tell me after you're fighting at 4 p.m. when you close everything? He said, yeah. She have her car, I have my car. We drive, we meet at home. He said, what's happening? I said, we have 5 kids, so we somehow eat dinner together. I look at him, I said, this is like a movie. You going home, and then in the morning everybody get into the car and say, we're gonna go for war. So there is a toxic relationship. I mean, this example is kind of to show you how far they go. I mean, thank God in the end it took me about 9.5 months, to put them back together. And I said, I don't care if you continue to your relationship together, but remember, if you feel it's not a healthy relationship, it's time to say goodbye. But why destroying each other? There is no point there. A lot of people live with their spouse, live with some person in their life that basically they try to fix it. Sometimes you can't fix a situation. Sometimes it's a mud. Can you clean the mud? Can you clean the mud? No, you can get out of the mud, but you cannot clean the mud. A toxic relationship is basically not benefit anybody. If you feel that you try to do everything in your relationship and it doesn't work, leave and fast. Because relationship is one thing that destroys your brain, your well-being, your spirituality, your happiness, and definitely take away the power away from you. So please remember that relationship meant to be happy, give you power, and give you spirituality, not the other way around. Let's say you are in a relationship and you just heard my words, and you are nervous or afraid that your relationship might end up like the 47th Street couples. You don't want to get into that place. And your relationship is actually perfect right now. And you heard my words, says, well, it can happen to anybody. So how do you maintain a great relationship? If your relationship is great and you both working on being happy, giving power to one another, being spiritual together, which is great. That's the first sign that you're doing well. The way you maintain it, first, integrity, meaning being fair to one another. You gotta be fair. We are not the same people. If you feel that you are fast with paperwork and all this and that, good, you're born that way. And if you feel your partner is better in more creativity, good, they're born that way. Don't judge them why they're not good with paperwork, and they should not judge you why you're not so creative. That's how you maintain relationship. You have to basically acknowledge the gift that your partner has without changing them. Because otherwise, if you try to change somebody to become like you, I don't think it's right. I never heard my nose talking to the lips and say to the lips, how come you're not the nose? The lips is the lips, the nose is the nose, the right hand is the right hand, the left is, that's what creates a unity. That's what creates a beautiful thing. Why are we feeling happy? Why are we feeling power? Because people are basically giving us compliment on what we are. People are not all day long reminding us what we meant to be doing. Think about yourself when you were a kid in school. Sometimes the parents, those of you who grew up like me with different generation, the parents just want you to become, I don't know, a doctor, a dentist, or a lawyer, but you're not. You don't have it in you, but they want you to become. A lot of the dentists and the lawyers that are working right now will tell you the same story, that somebody is pushing them to become something they don't want to be. So if you want to maintain a good relationship, there is a place of accepting each other, accepting integrity, honesty. And if something starts to feel a little bit off and you feel like you're losing power, you're losing happiness, you're losing spirituality, sit together, be fair, talk about it. But don't blame, don't point a finger, just look at their eyes and say, listen, it bothered me yesterday when you did what you did. So that's why I'm telling you, honesty, integrity, put it down on the table and say, listen, honey, I'm hurt a little bit. And you will see that right away your partner will react to you. Say, I'm so sorry to be jealous. I didn't know that bothered you. Please, let's talk about it. And that's what's beautiful about good relationship, that you are supporting each other. And then both of your power going up, both of your level of happiness going up, your spirituality going up, your awareness going up. That's what relationship is all about, that we support each other to become better. As you raise your level of awareness, what happened? As you raise your level of spirituality, what happened? You're more, as I say before, you're more aware of things around you. You have more clarity of where things are going. And by that, when you're helping your partner, when you're there for your partner, when you're loving your partner, you can actually see with your eyes what they see with their eyes. It's so beautiful because you feel their pain if they go into a painful moment. You feel their joy when you go to a joyful moment. You become one with them. There's no longer two people. It's actually love unite people. Spirituality and love unite people from two forces into one. For that reason, we see a lot of time, a huge expectation for a person to do for you what you do for them. But when you're spiritual, you understand that we are two different souls. We are two different forces, and we are here to complete each other. Love and spirituality. Love is the feeling, spirituality is the method, is what helping you to understand that we are different, and that will guide you to a place where you can forgive more, so that makes you happy, that you can climb yourself to another level where you unite two souls into one. Now think about it. Happiness, such a beautiful thing, but the happiness of two people who become one, there's nothing more powerful than that. And I'm not just talking about sexual relationship, which is part of it. But can you imagine sex with no love and sex with love? Think about it. What about power? You feel very powerful if you sleep with a person and the sex was great. Or you can think about it, it's not just about the sex. There's actually love and spirituality that take you to another level. That's how happy and how powerful you can be. So remember, to raise your level of spirituality, expect from yourself more. Raise your bar of the level of spirituality of your awareness, and you see how far it will take you. You'll be always powerful. You'll be always happy. It's no longer you are alone. It's two people in one body. That's how beautiful it is. So I would like to challenge you on this session of relationship. And this challenge will help both of you to go to the next level of your spiritual relationship. Two of you will do something that will not benefit none of you. Meaning you're either going to do some volunteering job together, you're either going to do charity together, whatever that you choose to do. I give you an example of what my wife and me are doing, so maybe that will help you to understand. My wife and me, from time to time, we're going to the children's hospital and we help with the children's books, and we read those children's books to the children. Now, neither my wife or I benefit directly from the kids or the hospital. It's not what I give to my wife, it's not what my wife giving me. It's what both of us as one unit giving to the global community. That's how you raising the level of your relationship into becoming spiritual relationship. So what do we learn? What is the challenge? Let me repeat. The challenge of this week is the two of you doing something good together for the global community.
This has been another episode of Vital Transformations Guided Sessions. For more information, visit us at vitaltransformation.org, where you'll find access to all of our guided sessions, content library, weekly updates, and upcoming events. To keep content like this new, relevant, and free to the public, Make a donation today at vitaltransformation.org/donate or write to us at donate@vitaltransformation.org. Thanks for joining us, and we'll speak to you soon.